Good morning. Happy Wednesday. One of the reasons why I don't jump face first into current news is because usually you don't have the whole story. And as I am finding out with George Floyd, we didn't get the whole story, or at least not from the news. Twice now, atheism is unstoppable. That name is impossible to say. Atheism is unstoppable. Jesus. Otherwise known as Devin Tracy, has put out video that mainstream media has failed to put out. Why they failed to put it out, I don't know. I assume it's because it's inconvenient to whatever narrative they're trying to play. Why has Devin Tracy put it out? Well, because it's convenient to his narrative. That's going to be brutally honest there. We don't have the whole video yet. We don't have the body cam videos from the cops, but what we do have shows George Floyd resisting arrest twice in two separate instances. And I'm not going to say that George Floyd resisting arrest justifies his death. In fact, it does not. The officers are allowed to use reasonable force to effectuate the arrest. They're not allowed to use unreasonable force, and I don't believe, and it's judged by the reasonable officer standard, and I don't believe that there are any cops out there who are suggesting that that Chauvin guy, or whatever the hell his name is, the officer, I don't believe that there are any officers out there who are saying that that particular cop was using reasonable force. But what I like to do is, because I have an audience that is peppered with idiots, I like to try to distill lessons from what's going on. And what I would like to distill is an old topic that I've gone over multiple times, yet it never seems to sink into some people. But that topic is don't resist arrest. If the cops are going to arrest you, they're going to arrest you. There's not a whole lot you could do to stop them. And if you do resist arrest, there is a very good chance you will end up injured or dead. You may have noticed in the George Floyd video that there were 4 cops. You may think that you're a badass behind your keyboard, but you're not going to stop 4 cops from arresting you. And if you are capable of stopping 4 cops from arresting you, it will very quickly turn into 8, 10, 12, 20 cops. You will get arrested. If they're going to arrest you, they're going to arrest you. I hear some of you say, well, if I had my gun, I would be safe. I would resist arrest. And that is just as stupid. Because again, there were 4 cops there. You start squeezing off rounds at a cop, it's going to quickly turn into 20 cops. Quickly. You think cops don't react quickly to calls for help? Boy, if it's one of their own getting shot at, they sure as shit do. They will get there fast, and you will end up most likely dead. Or you'll end up with your face turned into ground beef after they beat the shit out of you after they arrest you. It is not a winning proposition. Moral of the story, don't resist arrest. Not only is it probably illegal, even if you think you can do it, you probably can't, legally speaking, do it. But it will most likely end up with you injured or dead. I would like to pair that with my other bit of advice for those of you out there who can't seem to keep it straight. Don't talk to the police. Do not talk to the police. Doesn't matter why they want to talk to you. Don't talk to the police. If you're the complainant, if you called the police because someone injured you or stole from you or whatever, obviously then you should be more comfortable talking to the police because you're seeking their help and you're not the suspect. But other than that, don't talk to the police. And there is a story that I am often reminded of when I do tell people that it is okay to talk to the police if you're the one who called them. Be careful talking to the police, even when you're the one who called them. There is a story that I am familiar with of a pharmacist who was filling prescriptions for a guy. And he filled prescriptions for this guy for a year for narcotics, opiates, hydrocodone, whatever kind of opiates or opioids or synthetic opiates or whatever the heck this guy was getting. I don't remember exactly what they were. But he was filling prescriptions for this guy for like a year. And then the guy showed up with yet another prescription for these things. So he had prescriptions from several doctors, and then he showed up with a prescription from yet another doctor. And at that point, the pharmacist called the other doctor, called the doctor who just recently prescribed the opiates or whatever they were. And the doctor said, "Oh, well, I didn't know that he was being prescribed all these others. Obviously, don't fill the order." Pharmacist went out, told the person with the prescription that he wouldn't fill the order. That person threw a fit. Pharmacist ended up calling the police. Police came. They arrested the guy who was throwing the fit in the store. They brought the pharmacist down to the police station a couple times. Didn't tell him he was under arrest or anything like that. They asked him questions about it. They asked him questions about the lead up to it, what was going on. Pharmacist should have known, apparently, that all these prescriptions from all these different doctors were wrong in the first place and shouldn't have been filling them and should have been verifying them in the first place and hadn't done so. He ended up getting charged with federal drug crimes or state drug crimes or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure which, but the point of the story is pretty simple. Don't talk to the police. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.